Which steakhouse has the better food, Outback or LongHorn?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
We're about to see whether Outback or LongHorn has the best steakhouse menu. But first, this portion of today's episode is sponsored by Cook Unity, a chef-powered marketplace that delivers freshly prepared meals inspired by global cuisines.
When you're trying to get better about your fitness, there are lots of things to consider, from workout routines, meal prep, proper ingredients, you name it. What's your approach to meal prep?
Well, sometimes I'll change my shirt. If like I wouldn't wear this if I was eating spaghetti. Like it's just gonna get too much stains on it.
Okay, that's not exactly what I was getting at. I was kind of talking about making a bunch of food at the beginning of the week, you know, so you can have it throughout the week. But when I do that, I typically get pretty bored with what I made by the end of the week.
Yeah, and with Cook Unity's new fitness fueled menu, you don't have to worry about meal prep at all. These meals feature 30 plus grams of protein, complex carbs, healthy unsaturated fats, and exciting flavors!
Yes, like this pappardelle with pork ragu and grana padano cheese by Chef John DeLucci. Featuring slow-cooked pork shoulder with tomatoes, carrots, onions, and celery over silky pappardelle noodles.
Oh yeah.
How is it, Link? Do you like it?
I like it a lot. Build healthy eating habits with a variety of 300 plus weekly options to keep you out of a repetitive meal prep rut.
Head to the link in our description now to try Cook Unity and get 50% off your first order of fresh, chef-made meals delivered straight to your door. Use code GMM50 to get 50% off.
50% off, that's half off. CookUnity.com/GMM50. Thanks again to Cook Unity for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Whoop. Okay. At the end of last year, roughly, we made a tier list of chain restaurants in a good mythical more. And when we were trying to place Outback on the list, we placed it pretty highly because we like Outback. And then we got into a debate over LongHorn Steakhouse, where I asserted that it needed to be further down the list.
But then, upon further investigation, we realized you had never eaten at a LongHorn Steakhouse. And the top comment on that video is, dying on a hill that he's never been to is quintessential Link. Which I completely agree with.
Listen, I'm prepared to be proven wrong through eating.
Well, let's find out. It's time for Food Feuds, Outback versus LongHorn.
Before we get started with the first matchup, you know, I would love to hear a little bit about the history of these steakhouse chains.
Well, maybe a beefy, beloved chef who likes food and history could tell us all about it.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you're who I'm talking about.
Gentlemen, I bring to you the tale of two storied steakhouses, both with geographic identity crises. LongHorn Steakhouse, named after the state animal of Texas, began in 1981 as a humble cowboy-themed restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. The following year, a major snowstorm hit the legendary Snow Jam 82. Where were you, Rhett? Where were you, Link? And left motorists stranded across the city. The restaurant offered $1 drinks and menu specials to the patrons seeking refuge, and word of their steaks and hospitality spread quickly. Just a few years later, in Tampa, Florida, four enterprising friends asked a simple question. What if that, but also Australian, and also we could figure out how to cut an onion in a way that no one had ever thought to cut an onion before? So they did. Off the strength of Crocodile Dundee 2, great movie, Outback grew into a franchise with more than 1,000 locations. But like a cowpoke trailing its herd of cattle, LongHorn is not far behind. Whether Texas is the Australia of America or Australia is the Texas of the ocean, you decide. We will see two beefy juggernauts clash. Will the Aussie way pummel the rootin' tootin' American standard, or will the home of Friday Night Lights slay the audacious Oz? Who will raise the stakes? The stakes, like steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And leave this feud victorious.
And also steak, I like steaks.
Steaks, yeah. Steaks. Can I have your leftover steaks? I like to make sandwiches with them.
Yes.
Thank you.
Got your name on it. Steaks.
Okay, boys, we're starting with an essential for any and all steakhouse dining enjoyment. Appetizers. On Rhett's side is Outback Steakhouse's Bloomin' Onion. Heard of it? For
Yep.
$12.49. And on Link's side is LongHorn Steakhouse's Texas Tunyon for $11.49.
Texas Tunyon.
Tunyon.
It's great, and I gotta say, it looks way better than what they're doing at Longhorn. I mean, but if they did this at Longhorn,
Yeah.
everybody would just be like,
Couldn't get.
What are
couldn't
you
get
doing,
away with
guys?
it.
What are you
Couldn't get
doing?
away with it. The breading is so singular. The sauce adds a second punch. It's like a good 1-2 punch.
Okay, it's great.
So these dollops are just sloughed off of a different type of onion, or it's just cut different. I'm gonna go with sauce first.
In the same ballpark in terms of what they're trying to do.
Bigger
Little
pieces of
spicier.
onion. The sauce is much more horseradishy. The onions are bigger. And the breading on the onion is, it just doesn't have that pugilistic experience of the bloom.
You've been playing the vocabulary games again?
There's just something about
The bloomin' onion's clearly better.
the way, yes, the way that it's cut, inviting so much fry daddy in there. This isn't bad at all, but
I just feel like if they were
the
gonna
sauce-
do this, they should have done it differently because it's just inviting comparison, and we are comparing them.
the sauce is too acidic or something. I'm rejecting the sauce. This is a total package. And I know that you can buy, if you don't want a whole onion now, they sell it as a side, where they just take part of an onion and give it to you.
Because that's a lot. That's a really good appetizer, maybe even a 9.
Oh gosh.
I mean, really, I mean,
I'm gonna give it a 10 as an appetizer because it's inventive, it's unique, it's been tried to been duplicated, but it's never been replicated.
no, I'm ranking this as if this didn't exist. So
Okay,
like,
that's fair.
I would get this, I would enjoy it. It's very solid. It just, in a universe where this
don't
didn't
love the
exist,
sauce.
I'd give it a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 6 because I'm hating the sauce.
It's the big round, boys. We have 2 classic steak cuts, filet mignon and ribeye. On Rhett's side is Outback Steakhouse's Victoria's filet mignon and ribeye for $33.99 and $35.49 respectively. And on Link's side is Longhorn Steakhouse's Feuds filet and ribeye for $30.79 and
Okay.
$31.99 respectively.
So this is a pretty much 1-to-1 here.
Victoria versus Flo.
We're gonna, again, we've been taking into account your feedback. And because this is a steakhouse comparison, we are going to give this round 20 points of weight. We could just do each steak on a scale of 1 to 10, or we could just do them collectively on a scale of 1 to 20.
It'll all come out in the wash. Do it any way you want. I've eaten that filet, now I'm going to this filet.
The one piece of feedback that we haven't taken yet is not knowing which one it is when we taste it. You know what? I've already forgotten.
I don't
That's
think
a
that
lot better.
I don't think that impacts me. Because why?
Seasoning.
It does have a lot of seasoning.
But also, like, you know, sometimes steak tastes very steaky in a way that isn't great. That's what I'm getting on that.
I couldn't honestly taste a difference.
Well, they taste wildly different.
I'm just
to me.
not a steak person. We go out. Christy will get the steak, and then I'll get something else, like the ribs or something.
Well, you need
So-
to try.
And that's why for this one, and if I do get a steak, I get a ribeye because I like the fatty. It's
pretty good.
Ridge. I mean, I can definitely see there's much more rub on here. Hey, man, never been to one of these Longhorns before, but they're showing up. Look at that. Isn't
I
that
think the
pretty?
steak-
It's a prettier steak. Just looking at it, man. It's pretty.
I think the steak at Longhorn, at least as we are tasting it right now, and we did order both of these medium rare. but then we put it under some warmers to get ready. That's why it's kind of gone to a medium. So that we gave them both the same chance. Dude, this is not even a comparison to me. And I don't want to go too hard here.
I'm a bit
Because
I'm a bit
we've waited.
surprised. Aren't you surprised?
No, because I've been to LongHorn and been telling you how good the steaks are there.
Yeah, but the Outback steak should still be good.
They're not bad.
Will you show me that ribeye piece like you have it on
Crosscut?
you know what I'm saying? Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
But it's not just the inside, it's the tenderness level. Like you see how these
The taste
like
of this
you see how
ribeye
this look at this. You see how this ribeye is just like look at that, just kind of falling apart like there's just this big hunk of meat in there. It's sort of like free floating almost. It's got all that rub over it.
Mm-hmm.
But does it mean anything to you?
The ribeye is definitely better. It's the filet that I don't have an opinion.
I'm gonna do just a collective score because I feel pretty evenly about these steaks. I'm actually gonna give I don't want this to be, because we're weighting it so highly, it's on a scale of 1 to 20. I don't want it to be so crazy here. But this is a big round. It's a big round. I'm gonna start with the LongHorn because I
Okay. I know my numbers.
I'm gonna give the LongHorn an 18 out of 20.
I'm gonna give it a 17.
And I'm gonna give the Outback a 12 out of 20.
I was also going with 12.
There you have it.
All right. There it is.
From steak to ribs. On
didn't-
Rhett's side is Outback Steakhouse's Outback Ribs for $36.99, and on Link's side is LongHorn Steakhouse's Baby Back Ribs
Oh,
for $30.49.
Just falling apart anyway.
Well, look, that fell apart too. So
Oh yeah. Get yourself some of that on that side.
See if I can do a little tendernism. It's not quite tendernism, but it's still pull apart. Good to go. A lot of sauce. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more sauce on here.
Taste wise,
Sweet.
it's pretty down the middle. Not my favorite approach to ribs.
I'm more of a dry rub man myself, but I'm not complaining with the actual sauce. I do like it. You don't need teeth to eat it.
You don't need teeth.
Put that in your slogan.
What do we got going on here?
Well, I broke it up. Let's see how this sauce is.
Whoa, whoa. Oh man.
Less sweet, more tang. Bring in the tang over here at LongHorn.
And meat wise, again, it's better. The meat's better.
I'll also point out there's a $6.50 differential, and Outback is more expensive.
Really?
Yep, yep.
Well, it's not worth it. It's not as good. These are more charred.
Yes. I've been telling you about this, man.
Man, you've been telling me all about LongHorn.
I told you that their meats were good.
I was wrong.
They don't have a blooming onion,
I've never been so happy to be wrong.
but their ribs are great.
Get you another little piece.
Wow, okay. Just to make sure that I'm not
And
crazy.
even if you just ordered it with the sauce on the side, which maybe they'll do that, I would recommend giving that a shot too. But woo,
yeah.
that's good. We're back to 1 to 10 though.
When you come back to these, sauce is too sweet. And I'm not saying that they boiled these ribs, but it has that.
You're not saying they didn't.
Maybe it was boiled. I don't know if it was. But flavor wise. Okay, Outback ribs, 5.
I don't think they're that bad. I think that I think they're still a 7. If I ate them in isolation, I know what I was ordering when I ordered it, and I'd be fine with it. 7. Over here,
I'm not saying I'm doing this on a scale of ribs, not just like I'm including ribs that you would get at like a barbecue place.
well, that's tough.
So I'm gonna give these 7 or 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. They're doing a really good job. They're doing a really good job on their ribs.
On a steakhouse scale, which I'm doing for both of these, I'm giving it a 9.
Okay.
We're moving on to soup. On Rhett's side is Outback Steakhouse's baked potato soup for $6.99, and on Link's side is LongHorn Steakhouse's loaded potato soup for $6.49.
So they're coming in cheaper. consistently. Look at the color difference on this.
This one, the Longhorn one, is a cheesy coloration.
This almost looks like grits, or actually just looks like a baked potato. Just like mashed potatoes with something on top of it.
It's got a brownness to it.
This isn't something I would ever order. I would get a baked potato.
Let's get some of those toppings in there.
Oh, we've just completely submerged.
What happened to all the toppings? You pushed them to the bottom.
You pushed them to the bottom.
I watched you push them to the bottom. Is it hot? Mm-mm. Well, it's not broccoli cheddar.
There's a big collection of toppings right there. It's a big dollop of cheese.
A big god gollop.
Big god
A
dollop.
a big gollop. A big gollop of cheese. Give me some of that. So it's like runny mashed potatoes
It
with
tastes
cheese
better
and
than
onion and bacon.
Tastes better than it looks.
Yeah. Let's go over here. I'm not gonna do what we did over here, mix all this up. We're just gonna
separate them.
We're just gonna go through here. Looks cheesier.
Tastes fresher.
So much more bacon. Actually, I'm trying to get less bacon in this bite. Very cheesy, very bacony.
The one thing this has going for it is the pepper.
I love pepper.
There's a pepperiness to it.
A pepperiness?
Pepperiness.
A pepperiness to it. It's potatoey. They're not trying to what are you dripping all
I'm
over?
having lots of trouble. My pepperiness.
They're not trying to.
Big god doppler.
What is a god doubler? I mean, that's gotta be his name.
A big. I don't think I said that. I
A
said
god doubler.
No, I said a big god gollop.
Dod gobbler. Even that's not right. It's God Dobbler versus Dodd Gobbler.
I learned two
What is this,
new
like
words today.
Pokemon evolution?
Pepperiness and big god doppler. What's a GMM?
These are both equally useless soups, but we keep eating it, boy.
I'm gonna give both of them a 5.
If you mix both of them together,
Oh, do it.
I think then it would become good.
Okay.
Because this one's potatoey, that one's cheesy. You've never done this before on a Feuds. Look at that. Let's make sure that we all taste something that the other person has had. Ooh, now that's the answer. This is what you need to do.
What else did you learn today? Well, I learned that we gotta go to Outback and LongHorn.
To get a God Dobbler.
Get the baked potato soup from both places and mix them together.
This is a God Dobbler, man. That's what a God Dobbler is. It's when you
You
take,
bet your pepperiness I'll be there with you.
when you combine a Dodd Gobbler and a God Gobbler. I didn't say that right either.
I give
this one a 10.
yeah, that one doesn't count. I give it 5 plus 5.
They both get 5s. We got new t-shirts. We all gotta eat. And we have a sticker. They're out now at mythical.com.
We all gotta eat.
We got 2 colors. I really enjoy this design. It's
I
an
really
homage
enjoyed this design.
to the Mythical Kitchen. Portion of proceeds from all items will benefit no kid hungry. Shop at mythical.com.
You okay? Shop at mythical.com.
I got a little God Gobbler, God Stopper in there. What something.
Moving on to a classic side, mac and cheese. On Rhett's side is Outback Steakhouse's Steakhouse Mac and Cheese for $6.99, and on Link's side is LongHorn Steakhouse's Steakhouse Mac and Cheese for $6.49.
Again, the $6.99, $6.49 side by side, they've been following each other's lead. With a what do you call
Chasing each other's tails.
what do you call this squirrely type of pasta?
Squirrel tail. Squirrel tail possum. Possum.
Pretty dry.
I like the consistency, but it needs salt. I guess maybe that's from eating a steak or something. With as much seasonings on there,
It doesn't taste as good as it looked.
it's a little bland. I'm gonna move this back over here for
Oh, look at
less
that.
confusion. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Dude,
Why?
this whole time, when we did that tier list,
I didn't know
and I was telling you how good LongHorn was,
the cheese is so good.
and you were talking crap about it.
The cheese
And
is
then everyone was saying in the comments how good it was.
the cheese is tasteless here.
LongHorn is bringing
Why
it
are
so
they
hard.
It's so much better.
like? Why, if their taste is so much better, why do they feel the need to be like, yeah, we're gonna use the same noodles and like
I don't know.
who uses those noodles for mac and cheese? Why can't they just be themselves?
Because they
Great
can be a
question.
better version of them.
I guess.
Well, they're proving it, and so are we.
I mean, I wondered why. I didn't wonder.
What?
I found out years ago that my parents had really just become LongHorn people.
Uh-huh.
And it was where they would take the grandkids. If you wanted to make them happy, you got them a gift certificate there.
See, my in-laws, it was Outback. That was their spot.
Well, do they
Maybe-
do they have one of these in their town?
I have to ask them about it.
They got to go to one of these.
I know. This is twice as good as it.
Dude, it looks like it's going to be so good, but then it just
not.
doesn't come together.
I don't know the type of cheese, but it's just
5.
perfect. I'm so disappointed in that. I'm gonna go all the way down to a 2.
Ooh. I mean, you bring this to the family reunion and people are happy.
People are like, oh, this can be your thing. Do this every year. Oh, you didn't make it? Don't tell us. I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm also going to give it an 8. And I'm going to keep eating it.
And finally, dessert. On Rhett's side is Outback Steakhouse's New York style cheesecake for $10.99, and on Link's side is LongHorn Steakhouse's The Cheesecake for $11.49. And this round's only worth 5 points because we don't want to weight it too heavily.
But let's stop and take stock of this god dollop. This is $11 and this is $11.50.
This one's round and big.
This is more than twice as much.
That one's thin and triangular.
But how does it taste?
You can also order chocolate sauce over there, or over here you can order strawberries. It's good.
Nothing wrong with that cheesecake.
I actually tried to get some without any of the toppings just to isolate it, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. Graham cracker crust. Because I don't know how much I love caramel. Not a lot. Oh my. The cheesecake itself. I'm just eating cheesecake here.
What are they doing different?
That cheesecake it has half the taste, half the flavor of this one.
It's like they're reading from a different book over there. The LongHorn book.
It's just so much better.
I mean, can you believe it?
But
I can't. You are selling me. You are selling me this cheesecake.
Go
the
ahead.
way that your forks are moving through it.
Bring out the
way
crow.
you talk about it.
bring out the crow, because I
Yeah.
have to eat it. I have to eat it.
Yeah,
Have we ever eaten crow on the show?
Nope.
They're a smart bird, too smart to be eaten on this show, but I need to be eating that crow. And I will, and if LongHorn makes that crow, I will gladly eat it. You know what I'm saying? Put it on anything. Crow ribs.
2 and 5.
2 and 4.
Okay, all right. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Nope. Let's see the totals.
What? We've got a triple-digit beat down.
Whoa! Pummel, 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 pummel.
LongHorn 100 to Outback 76. Now, I don't know who ever gotten somebody to score 100, but we did the 20-point round, so that's probably what explains that.
We pushed
But
it
this
over.
was no contest.
Congratulations, LongHorn Steakhouse. You are officially the A1 since day one and have won the chance to sponsor a future GMM episode.
do it. Thanks for commenting and sharing this video.
You know what time it is.
I'm Ashley,
And I'm Deshaun,
and we're in Goulburn, Australia.
and behind us is the biggest ship in the world,
The Big Merino. And now it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
The Big Merino,
That is a,
where all merino wool comes from.
I mean, I thought that was skin on that sheep. That scared me. But it was just wool.
Just wool. We're donating $1,000 to Community Coalition South LA to aid in their mission to empower South LA communities through education equity, Black student achievement, police-free schools, anti-criminalization efforts, and community-led art and civic engagement. And you can join us in giving at cocoSouthLA.org.
Click the top link to watch us find out who can type the fastest and Good Mythical more. Shop the new We All Gotta Eat tees and sticker now at mythical.com. A portion of proceeds will benefit No Kid Hungry.